while we wait for the slides, just to mention, the idea here is to talk about the 6 gigahertz unlicensed, as everybody is talking about that, right? And to show the trial that we conducted in São Paulo. We started the trial in this beginning of December, and the idea is to that we will finish the trial now in March, end of March. A lot of people are asking to continue the trial into April. Let's see if it's possible. We are deciding this week, but the idea was for a limited time. It was an experience, it's a very good experience. We could prove, as you'll see in my presentation, that the outdoor is really important to take for, for public spaces, for, when you have a big audience, not compared to like a Coldplay show, like Karan mentioned this morning, but it was a small experience in a street of restaurants in São Paulo. They have like 2,000 people a day in weekends or holidays. So the idea, thank you. Good to go. Can you make it presentation mode? It's in PDF. Okay, I see. Okay. We lose, PPT is better because of the animation, but okay, we can go. Pardon? Yeah, okay. So about I was mentioning the trial, 2,000 people a day in a busy day. We have had a lot of access in the network. It's still lacking a lot of 6G devices. Although we have in Brazil a lot of, Karam mentioned this morning, 21 devices certified. We have worldwide many models, but in Brazil we have 21, a lot of premium devices being sold, but for a specific place like a street of restaurants, we can see still not a big usage of 6G, but for sure the other bands were also available. So the mix of the 3 bands was really good. Can you? Okay. Well, this is the first slide here, just to show everybody is aware of the 3 bands. What is important to show in this slide are the 320 megahertz channels available. We have 3 non-overlapping channels, but 6 in total for the channelization. And with Wi-Fi 7, we will be able to use the 320 megahertz channels. The band, the 6 gigahertz band, is important, especially because of the higher capacity. We can reach almost 10 gig with a 4x4 device in 320 channels. Okay, higher efficiency to work with the channels, and higher performance and lower latency using Wi-Fi 6E and Wi-Fi 7 technologies. Okay. The next slide, I show here our current assignment of the 6 gigahertz band in Latam. We have Brazil, Chile, Colombia, Mexico, all and also Dominican Republic, all with certified products available. Certification is in place. We have other countries coming with the assignment done. and certification coming. And other countries like Argentina and Uruguay, for example, is still discussing the assignment of the band. But we have let's say a big coverage in terms of if you take percentage of population for Latam, for example, we have a very high number in terms of coverage. The next slide, this is the slide Karan showed in his presentation. This slide, so it's not new, right, Karan? But this is what I would like to explain how we did the trial. The trial was implemented by 4 companies involved. We had Cambion providing the equipment, Telium, they are a broadband vendor in São Paulo. They provided the link, the broadband link to the trial. And Tech Expert was the company that did the installation. So all of them contribute for the trial. Anatel supported during all the trial, including the assignment of the temporary use of the spectrum. We had connected to the broadband link, we had one AP and also a point-to-point link using another 6 gigahertz channel to connect to the second AP. So we used 2 APs for the coverage of that block. And the second AP was connected to the internet link through a point-to-point link. So just in this small trial, we used 3 channels. So three 160 megahertz channel. For a country, for example, with 500 megahertz only in the assignment, they would use all the 3 channels available for a small trial. If we need another AP, we would need to convert to 80 megahertz channel to do a good coverage and to be able to reuse the channel. Where we need at least 5 to 7 channels to do a good frequency plan to do the coverage. So that's important to say. In this case, we use it in AFC system. In this, I will show you the fixed links in this region. If you can move another slide. So here is the AFC is showing. We had an AFC server established in our headquarters in California, serving the situation, the trial. We had, the agent here send the geolocation and receive the channel configuration and the power limits for each channel. If you move to the next slide, here you can see in the center, there is the restaurant here in the middle of the map. And in red, you can see the fixed links. It's not a dense area in terms of fixed links, but we have in this, let's say, 5-kilometer radius here, close to the restaurant, we have those links. This database was provided by Anatel for the trial, so thank you, Anatel, for that. This is what was used to feed our AFC system. And I can tell you, we could use all 6 channels, all 7 channels, in fact. We could use all 7 160 megahertz channels in this trial, but not in full power. The lower channels, channel 15, for example, was the worst case. We could use up to 30.5 dBm in the channel 15. but we could use in the last two channels, we could use 160. So that's just to give you um, a sense of the power limits in terms of the channels for this trial. Okay, you can move. So it is very important to assign uh, the 6 gigahertz for outdoor use. We have LPI, we have a VLP in place for Brazil, for example, but outdoor will unlock uh, new use cases, and that's very important. We can have, for example, industrial operation. There are some industries that are indoor, but they can benefit, even indoor, they can benefit from the high power that provided by the AFC system. They may have also in the campus outdoor operations, so it will be served as well. Mesh systems would also benefit, same reason. Wireless ISPs, WISPs, they would greatly benefit from that. I spoke in a conference of ISPs the other day, and they were very excited with the discussion at Anatel. And this is a game change for them. They are deploying fiber today, but it is not all places where fiber is really interesting and economically speaking to deploy. And wireless in this case may serve them much better. Okay. Uh, and so it is important, this message for WISPs. We have even, Qualcomm replied to the public consultation released by Anatel. We are even requesting that we consider important for the WISPs. We suggested Anatel to include the concept of fixed client as well for outdoor, where the client could also use standard power up to 36 dBm and be able to provide in a use case like that for WISPs. They could take the advantage of in a point to multipoint situation. They could have the advantage of using the clients also with AFC and with 36 dBm with the standard power. So I think there are several associations here representing the WISPs. I think this is a good cause to advocate behind Anatel. Okay. With AFC, thank you. With AFC, we have the solution in place. Qualcomm is one of the conditionally approved vendors for FCC, and we are, we made available our experts as well to speak to Anatel and to provide all kind of information required for that. The idea here for Qualcomm, we want to provide the agent for our customers. We have that. We embed the agent with our equipment. So having the end-to-end solution, we consider very important for this market. We also have the geolocation. We can use in the equipment GNSS. We can also use Wi-Fi based geolocation with, let's say, with a Skyhook, for example. We can do that. So it is not required in all the equipment, the GNSS available in that equipment. We provide the AFC cloud, the solution. We also manage the entire solution. We have the specific platform. We have both the immersive home platform and Qualcomm networking Pro Series. Those are the two platforms we have for enterprise market, for let's say professional market and home, and we have AFC for both platforms. Um, and it's important to mention all these products are certified. We have several products with those platforms certified in Brazil, and Wi-Fi 7 is coming. The first Wi-Fi 7 product to be certified is on the way in Brazil. And this is 6 gigahertz then unlocks a higher performance, longer range version of 6 gigahertz operation. You can see that in outdoor operations, like a show, like a stadium, enhanced indoor operations, new use cases and applications, as I mentioned, and you can take advantage of a complete Qualcomm AFC turnkey solution. To finalize, the 6 gigahertz unlicensed spectrum presents tremendous opportunities. We have a fast growing Wi-Fi 6E ecosystem. We have more than 1,600 designs worldwide with 6E. The Latin region benefits from strong regulatory support. So not only Anatel, but all the regulators in the region are supporting or discussing to support 6 gigahertz. We have LPI in place. We need the outdoor assignment. So standard power, outdoor or indoor, with the use of AFC, as I mentioned, will unlock new use cases. It is important to work with the regulators to support such work. I believe AFC is required to protect the incumbent services. So although we would love to have the assignment immediately, I understand that to allow future deployments of incumbent services for fixed links, we need the AFC in place. It is, let's say, it is one action, one task more, we recognize, but it is important to protect the existing services and to allow the coexistence. Wi-Fi 7 is here. We have several products already launched. Several smartphones, several APs, as I mentioned, are available now. We have almost more than 100 designs with Wi-Fi 7, several designs already launched. So, it will take full advantage of the 6 gigahertz as well, including the 320 megahertz channels. Thank you very much. And I'm available for any questions you may have.